Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free and vegan bread. Gluten-free bread is hard because without gluten the bread won't rise, and so this recipe took a lot of experimenting, and I think I finally got one for you guys. If you would like to see more gluten-free and vegan recipes, I'll put a link to a playlist I have in the description box. And if you would like me to do more gluten-free and vegan recipes, like this video and I'll make it happen. And you can leave your suggestions in the comments as well. So let's get started. So I've tested this recipe with many different gluten-free flours, and I've even tested my homemade gluten-free flour. And the one that came out the best was this one, so this is what I'm going to be using. If you use a different gluten-free flour, you'll have a different end result. But don't use any one-to-one gluten-free flours because that will end in a really dense and gummy bread. So I found that adding in white rice flour gave it a better taste and texture, so we're going to be using half gluten-free flour and half white rice flour. Now to make the gluten-free bread, I'm choosing to use a stand mixer, but you can just use an electric hand mixer if you don't have one. So into the bowl, add in the gluten-free flour, white rice flour, xanthan gum. If your gluten-free flour already has xanthan gum, then leave it out. Baking powder, and instant dry yeast, and whisk them together until they're combined. Then add in the olive oil, agave nectar, or you can use maple syrup, or if you just need this recipe egg and dairy free and not vegan, you can use honey, apple cider vinegar, and warm water, and mix the ingredients on a low speed for a minute. This will form a thick batter. It's not supposed to be a dough. Scrape down the sides partway through to make sure all the ingredients are mixing together. Then add in the aquafaba. If you don't know what that is, it's just the liquids drained from a can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. And this helps replace some of the protein you would get using regular wheat flour. And you would usually use egg whites, but we're obviously making this vegan, and so I find the aquafaba to be the best substitute. And add in the salt, and mix the ingredients on a low speed at first. Then once they're combined, beat the mixture on a medium speed for 1 minute. Then finish it by hand to make sure all the ingredients are mixing in. Lightly grease a 9x5 inch loaf pan. Pour the batter into the pan. Level out the top. Wrap it in plastic wrap. And let it rise in a warm place for 30 to 45 minutes or until it has risen just below the rim of the pan. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Then once the bread has proofed, bake it in the oven for about 30 minutes until the top is nicely browned and it reaches an internal temperature of 190 degrees or above. When it's done, remove it from the oven and place it onto a cooling rack and let it cool in the pan for 15 minutes. Then turn it out of the pan and place it onto the cooling rack, and you can serve it still warm or cooled completely. And that's how to make gluten-free and vegan bread. If you'd like to see more of my gluten-free and vegan recipes, my playlist will be right here, and I have so many more recipes on my channel, so be sure to check them out and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.